Hi, my name is Kim. Today I want to talk to you about measuring your blood glucose level. You do that by using a blood glucose meter. Sometimes it is called a blood glucometer, but I usually say a blood glucose meter. The word glucose and sugar meaning the same thing, so a lot of times you will also hear me say sugar instead of glucose. I guess the correct terminology medically is glucose, but you will hear me say sugar. I have been prescribed two different meters since my diagnosis. My first meter that I was using was called an AccuCheck Guide Me. I didn't have any problems with it, but the insurance company did change it, so I don't know why, but you really don't have any much say so if your insurance is going to cover the meter that you have. So again, I didn't have any problems with it, and it was called AccuCheck Guide Me. I like the setup of it, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment. And so this is how it is set up. Here's the meter itself, and above here are the test strips, and then here would be the alcohol, where you can keep your alcohol swabs, and these are the extra meters. Excuse me, extra batteries, I'm sorry. This would be the lancet that holds this is the lancet device that holds the lancets inside. And what you do is you stick your finger, and then you put the blood sample that you have from the prick on your finger into the meter with the test strip, and it will then give you a reading of what your blood glucose level is currently. That is a very good thing to do. You need to do quite often, usually 3 times a day. When I was first diagnosed, I was checking 6 times a day, and definitely after 3 times a day. As also, some folks are limited to how many times they can check their blood, because some are saying that they're not getting enough test strips, but to only test themselves once a week. Some are only getting test strips for only once a day, and that is because of different insurance carriers, or they don't have any insurance, and it's very costly to purchase those test strips. So people are trying to make do with what they can, because as we all know, we still have other matters to take care of and to keep our household going, and people just cannot afford a lot of these supplies a lot of times. So there are programs that you can check into. Check with your city and county to see if there's any medical facilities that will help on a sliding scale if you don't have insurance. Check into the Affordable Care Act. Just try agencies, nonprofit agencies. Just try to see if there's any help you can get to make sure you can check your blood sugar levels. It is very important to know what that is, because again, before I was diagnosed, I didn't know anything about diabetes, and that's what the cause. That wasn't the cause, because I didn't have a meter. I just didn't know I had diabetes. But the level was so high, that's why I was admitted into the hospital. If you can check your blood sugar, that can avoid trips to the hospital. And a lot of times people can slip into comas because their sugar level is so high. So it is a reality that that can happen if you're not maintaining control of your sugar levels. The next meter that I have is called a OneTouch Vario Flex. That is what my insurance has changed to. And I have that unit here. I want to show you that one also. This one it's pretty good. It's doing the same thing. It's checking my sugar levels. So this one here is the new unit that I have. I turned it on so if you can see how the readings work. The lighting or the glare you probably can't see it pretty good, but right there shows you the reading. And then this is the lancet device, and then these are where I keep my test strips, are in here. You take those out and you put one inside there, and then you prick your finger for the blood, and then you put the test strip in there, and that gives you the reading immediately. Well, 5 seconds. It takes about 5 seconds for it to give you a reading, and that's the one that I'm using now. And it has a case also, and this is how it looks once it's inside the case. I still like the other made with the AccuCheck, because you don't have to keep changing out your lancets. This one, you have this lancet device, you have to change it for every time you are there to check your blood sugar level. I did have one more meter that I have, and this one was one I had purchased on my own. But when I had purchased it, I was then admitted into the hospital, so I never used it because I was admitted into the hospital immediately. So I've kept it though, just for as a spare. And this one is called a Freestyle Precision Neo. I purchased it at Walmart, and Walmart is pretty good with having an assortment of diabetic supplies. If you don't have insurance and you're still trying to get a meter, Walmart has what is called a Rely On meter, and it's very good also. It's runs about $9 or $10, and then the strips, I'm not sure what the cost is for that. But if you don't have insurance, look into that also at Walmart. That's a pretty good meter also. I can't think of anywhere else that would be able to help you. Oh, I do have something that I had received. You can also check with manufacturers directly. You can go online or call the manufacturers, and they will also give you a free meter also. I have checked into that, and it is a real deal. And also, I found also savings for my insulin. Even though I have insurance, my insulin still is costing quite a bit of money. So anything that can help me, I'm looking for a deal. So this form here is with the Novo Nordisk Savings Card. Even if you have insurance, this company will give you a discount, an additional discount on your insulin. And this one card had it where they would give you a discount at, it says my $99 insulin. They were letting you get it for $99. So you can imagine not having insurance, insulin is very high. If you, the cost is a little bit less now, but for a while I was paying quite a bit. And a lot of people kind of rub have insurance. Sometimes you still cannot pay for some of these supplies. It is very costly. Also, I want to show you some containers that I bought, and you know I'm a big person on not buying something just because it says diabetic, because they're always charging you so much more for it. So I found these containers that I'm using to keep my supplies. I found these at a discount again at Office Depot. They're not diabetic, it was just some containers that I found. I keep my lancets here in this container here, and then I keep my needles here in this other one, and then I keep my alcohol swabs here in this. So I keep these in my bathroom. Humor. Also, I found that you don't need to purchase a Sharpies diabetic container to dispose of your needles and your lancets. I went to the dollar store and I found this container, and it's just as thick as any Sharpies container, and you just throw your items in here. It has a twist top, so in case you have children around, you know, they're very curious, so you always have to try to remember when you're storing items that, you know, kids will get into anything, so that way that top is twisted and they just won't get into anything. And I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about as far as measuring your sugar. Make sure you wash your hands very well before you prick your finger, because sometimes if you don't have clean hands, and it can pick up the slightest thing. Sometimes the lotion's on your hand, or either eating and you know, I'm not saying there's anything. You want to make sure your hands are clean and free so you won't have any misreadings at all. Let's see here. I think that was pretty much else I was going to talk about for this video here, and I thank you again for listening to me. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And again, I am Kim, and that means keep it moving. Talk to you later.